Hello, and welcome to Virtual Investor Conferences. My name is Matt Lateplo, and on behalf of OTC Markets, we're very pleased you have joined us for our next presentation from Nextech3D.ai. Please note, you can submit questions in the box to the left of the slides. You can also view a company's availability for one-on-one meetings through the Schedule Meetings tab found on the conference platform. At this point, I'm very pleased to welcome Evan Gappelberg, Chief Executive Officer of Nextech3D.ai, which trades on the OTCQX Best Market under the symbol NEXCF and on the CSE under the symbol NTAR. Welcome, Evan.
Thank you. Before we get started, today we press released that we have announced a $3.6 million private placement. So as full disclosure, if anybody wants to participate in this offering, which by the way, the CEO, that's me, our CFO, COO, and 10% of the deal, so over 2 million units. So if you're interested, you could email investor.relations@nextechar.com, or you could schedule a meeting in the meetings tab. But just full disclosure, if you were interested, it is available for a limited time. With that, here we go.
Welcome to the Nextech3D.ai investor presentation for Q4 2023. Let's get going. My name is Evan Gappelberg. I'm CEO and founder of Nextech3D.ai. I have a track record of success over a 20-year period. I took Take-Two Interactive Software public. In the beginning of my career, symbols TTWO, has a $20 billion market cap. Took a cannabis company public back in 2016 when cannabis stocks were hot. And that went from a nickel to $2 in 18 months. And we took Nextech public back in Q4 of 2018. In 20 months, it had a $700 million valuation. Took ARway public at 25 cents and it went to $2 in 6 weeks, and Toggle3D, most recently in June 2023, that went public at 25 cents. It went to $4.50. So I have a little bit of a track record, and Nextech3D.ai is my most valuable company in terms of how much money I've invested, and how much money I think that is still ahead of us in terms of market cap. Our strategy is to get in front of these mega trends. The internet in the 1990s, really the smartphone from 2007. Today, it's all about AI. And so if you look at our portfolio of companies, they're all powered by AI, machine learning, augmented reality, and 3D. So with that, let's jump into these companies. If you look at our share price, we're trading right near the 52-week low. Market cap is around 20 million. If you look at our share count, about 118 million shares outstanding. But most importantly, Nextech owns almost $12 million in shares in market cap of Toggle and ARway. So we are sitting with around $12 million worth of value in our holdings in these public companies, Toggle3D.ai and ARway. And I don't think we're getting any valuation for that today. If you look at our 6 months ending June 30th numbers, our year-to-date revenue up 157% compared to 2022. Gross profit was sitting at around 39%. And we're seeing our business start to accelerate in the 3D modeling industry. We sell 3D models essentially to e-commerce companies that sell product online. Singular Research has us at 90-cent valuation. Zacks has us at 78 cents. Again, the stock price is much lower than that. If you look at the industries that we're in, these are all hyper-growth markets, artificial intelligence. We're just getting started. You could see the red box. That's where we are, 2023, and you can see the growth rate. So the wind is at our back in that market. The same thing with 3D, the same thing with machine learning, the same thing with augmented reality. We're at the very beginning of these mega trends, which is where you make the most amount of money when you get in on the ground floor. So we have 4 engines of growth. Each business delivers a disruptive end-to-end solution. ARitize 3D, that's our 3D modeling business. We essentially create 3D models for Amazon and others. It's an AI-powered platform. It's scalable, and we are expanding it. MapD is our event technology. It's event management software for live events. And we offer now indoor augmented reality wayfinding, which sets us apart from all our competitors. We own 100% of those 2 companies, and that's what Nextech really owns and operates on a day-to-day basis. The 2 spin-out companies, Toggle 3D and ARway, those companies we only own 45% of and 49% of. We're the largest shareholders. One's a 3D design studio, and one's an AR wayfinding solution. If you look at big tech is leaning in. Amazon's CTO has announced that static 2D product images on the internet will become a thing of the past, replaced by 3D models. We supply Amazon with 3D models. The CTO is saying publicly that 3D models are the future. That is the growth that we're going to see in Nextech's top line and bottom line. 3D models you can pick up, rotate, place in your living room as seamlessly as you could see them in a web browser today. If you look at the CEO of Microsoft, he's also leaning in. He says, augmented reality is perhaps the ultimate computer. That's the technology we use on a daily basis. And that's the technology that we sell on a daily basis. Augmented reality and augmented technology is going mainstream. Again, that's Google CEO and Apple. They're talking about augmented reality. Tim Cook says AR is the next big thing, whether it's healthcare, education, gaming, or retail. He's seen AR take off in some of these areas, and so are we. And the promise is even greater in the future. So, I mean, the tech titans. These are the biggest guys that control these markets, and so they are leaning in on the tech that Nextech is invested in. So that is very bullish for the future. We are creating 3D models using AI at scale for e-com websites. We're becoming the dominant player in a $100 billion market. If you look at our customers, it's a who's who in e-com. Amazon is our largest customer, but not our only customer. We also service Target, Procter & Gamble, CB2, Napa, Kmart, Australia, Pier 1, Kohl's, Bunnings, Vornado fans, the list goes on and on. There's over 100 that we've supplied. And the reason that they're buying is that there's a huge ROI driving the adoption. 94% higher click-through rate, 40% decrease in returns, 250% higher conversion rate. Those are big numbers. Video doesn't match up to that in terms of the ROI, and certainly 2D photos definitely don't match up to that. So if you look at what's next is we're going to be signing additional customers, and Amazon is actually going to be opening up Seller Central which is literally the floodgates when you have 10 million merchants, 300 million SKUs that are going to go 3D. So again, it's all about ROI. 3D modeling creates an ROI that's just unbeatable in the e-commerce space. I urge you to take out your phone, open up your phone's camera, and scan the QR code on screen to experience the 3D model revolution. The whole point is that it's accessible to everyone who has a cell phone. All you have to do is scan the QR code, and you will see that chair, the fan, the bar stool in your room with you. It's quite amazing. Here's some more products. If those products didn't get you excited, we have all these products. I mean, we basically turn all of these into 3D models for Amazon. So it's not just a chair, couch, it's a camera, it's a ping pong table, it's a golf course device. Here's some more. Here's a bed. Here's a dresser. I mean, it's everything under the sun we are now turning into 3D models so that you could shop at home. The growth opportunity, simply put, is enormous, and it's still untapped. We've delivered about 50,000 3D models, so I think that makes us a pro. We are a preferred 3D model supplier for Amazon, but Amazon corporate is currently buying from us. There's still 9.7 million Amazon sellers, merchants, that have not started to buy because Amazon has not allowed them to buy. That is going to change. That is the catalyst. There's an enormous amount of pent-up demand on Amazon from the merchants. And we are supplying Amazon with 3D models. You can call this the test phase, even though we've delivered over $3 million worth of 3D models to Amazon. And during this test phase with Amazon, there's been a lot of testing. And now we're in the phase where it's go time. So we are growing our business with Amazon, and the big growth actually is still ahead of us. If you look at MapD, that's our 100% owned event technology business. We've integrated our suite of technology into one platform so that you have essentially our 3D mapping, our 3D models, and our trade show mapping capability all in one solution. Nobody else offers all of that at a trade show. And there's $50 billion up for grabs. So we see a tremendous opportunity to grow that business. Toggle3D.ai, this is our SaaS studio. We only own 45% of this. This company trades under the symbol TGGL and TGGLF. Three core functionalities. It converts CAD files using AI into high quality 3D meshes. And then it has some generative AI built into the platform that allows you to texture these meshes and customize the color. It's quite exciting. You could download and use Toggle3D.ai on your laptop or desktop and try it out for free for 14 days as a free trial. But there's $160 billion up for grabs, and you can watch the video to see how that works. large enterprise pilot programs underway with LG, Samsonite, Honeywell, and many others, including Pfizer. There's been over 20,000 projects created on the platform. Some of the users have, already commented how quick and easy it is. So we're quite excited. It is disrupting the legacy design software players, and it's making the design process very easy for new players. You don't have to actually go through any steep learning curves. You could just sign up. It's point and click technology. So AI really makes this very easy to use, and one platform really does it all. If you think of Canva and Adobe, think of Toggle3D versus Substance. So enormous growth potential with Toggle3D. ARway is another one of the technologies that we own 13 million shares of, a public company. The symbols ARWY on the CSE, ARWYF on the OTC. The growth rate is off the charts for ARway. There's 1,300% growth in our active user base, 2,000% growth in our pilots, over 42 underway, and we keep on launching more and more augmented reality and AI technology to support this platform. I mean, watching the video really speaks volumes.
ARway is the way to make the shopping experience more engaging and exciting. Allow your customers to see products in an entirely new way with augmented reality content that brings the retail experience to life. ARway is a no-code, no hardware, no beacon platform that transforms shopping into an interactive experience that engages the public like never before. Advertise your tenants on the digital directory and use location pins and interactive maps to drive foot traffic to them. Engage your clients with rich AR content and generate revenue with immersive advertisements. With ARway, the shopping experience will be one to remember.
So the video, shows you how the wayfinding works, and you could see some of the brands we're working with: Verizon, Westfield Mall, universities, car rental companies. It's quite the gamut. Tanger, outlets, malls that we are working with on this indoor wayfinding solution using augmented reality. And there's no coding required. It's essentially a spatial computing platform for indoor wayfinding. If you think about indoor wayfinding and spatial computing, you got to think about Apple's Vision Pro. We've been selected by Apple to participate in their developer labs. We're also working with Magic Leap and Microsoft HoloLens. So, the future is augmented reality glasses, and ARway is going to be part of that future. It's a massive shift from the phone ultimately to computer vision glasses, and ARway is leading the charge there.
Augmented reality has been a game changer for industries like gaming, education, and healthcare. And now, the integration between ARway and Microsoft HoloLens is set to revolutionize the AR landscape even further. ARway is a leading provider of AR experiences and AR navigation technology for indoor spaces. Their expertise in AR-based wayfinding and localization has made them a top choice for businesses looking to incorporate AR into their products and services. By integrating ARway's wayfinding technology with HoloLens headset, users can now navigate their surroundings with ease, all while experiencing AR content that seamlessly integrates with the real world. The integration between ARway and HoloLens represents a significant step forward in the world of AR, and we're excited to pioneer the new experiences and opportunities it will bring.
If you look at the number of smartphones worldwide from 2007 to 2021, I mean, that was a revolution. that happened in technology, and now we're seeing the same thing happen with augmented reality glasses, where everybody switched from the flip phone to the smartphone. Now everybody's going to switch from the smartphone to the augmented reality glasses, and ARway is part of that growth cycle. It's a multi-decade long growth cycle, dominated by smart glasses, and ARway is kind of an operating system that allows you to experience augmented reality and indoor wayfinding with just right out of the box. If you look at our team, guys from Ernst & Young, Meta, Microsoft, Apple Computer, IBM. These are not rookies. These are experienced technologists and entrepreneurs. And thank you for your presentation. Thank you for watching the presentation. And if you want to contact us beyond the Q&A, you can contact us directly at investor.relations@nextech3D.ai.com. Thank you.
All right, we're going to get right into the Q&A. So I'm going to just answer questions. For our investors. Let me just jump on screen. I'm assuming you can see me now. So Thomas, so I'll just I'll answer a bunch of these. Evan, today in an email, Nextech stated that in January of 2024, Amazon Seller Central will now be available. Is this final? No more delays, 100% happening. All I can say is what Amazon tells us. They've told us that's what's happening. Nothing's 100%. I don't control what Amazon does, but I'm telling you what I'm being told. So I'm not guessing. I'm telling you what they're telling me. Another investor is asking if our burn rate is higher than revenue. When does that get corrected? So our burn rate's now down to around 300 a month. And our revenue for the year is around 5 million. So if you do the math, we're actually exceeding that. Our profitability is the key, and we see our cash flow starting to really accelerate in Q1 of 2024 with Seller Central opening up. We think we go cash flow positive in a big way. As far as the Amazon contract, Charles Crane, there is a 3-year contract in place that we signed a year ago. We've essentially delivered the majority of year one's 3D models, and now we are negotiating for year 2. We expect that to land any day now. We are actively negotiating, and we will announce that once we get it. So, stay tuned. So as far as the private placement, why we're doing this is to raise this capital ahead of Seller Central, ahead of, we need to finish off our AI. So we need to continue to invest in our AI technology to be able to achieve the goals that we set out. We've already invested $25 million into our tech stack. This is the last raise. Quite honestly, this is an enormous opportunity that I am not letting pass by. I am participating. As much as 10% of the deal is being taken by management, and this is just an enormous opportunity for existing investors to really double and triple down. So that's my take on this, is that this is a great opportunity. If you think about everything that's happening with 3D models replacing 2D photos, and that the CTO of Amazon has publicly stated that this is happening. I mean, that is the wind at our back. Amazon does not move quickly. They move at their pace. We're in bed with them. They essentially have a monopoly on e-commerce, and they're not our only customer, but they are the biggest customer. If you look at our revenue for Amazon, historically it was low margin up until recently. We were only making maybe $15 a model, like a 20 low 20% margin. But with our new pivot to India and with our new AI capabilities, we're now in the 60+% margin range, because we were able to drive our cost per model down to $25. It's a huge deal. I don't know if our investors understand this. We might have to, put out a press release, but I got to be careful because Amazon is kind of watching some of the stuff we do. So, it's a little bit of a tricky situation for us, but the good news is that our profit margins have gone up dramatically, and we expect to be able to squeeze more profitability once Seller Central opens, because right now we are selling models to Amazon for $65. Our cost just went from 50 down to 25, so we have some nice margins there. But the real business is Seller Central, and that's like 10 or 100 times as big as the business we're doing with Amazon. If you think about that, we're going to be negotiating directly with the sellers. Amazon's not in that transaction. We're going to directly be able to auto-load 3D models onto the Amazon platform. That is when our register starts to ring day and night, and that is why we're doing this raise, to prepare for that, so that we have enough capacity. We don't want to leave any money on the table, and so there's an enormous opportunity. And from my perspective, the real exponential growth I thought would have happened sooner, honestly, but I do see it happening in 2024 and beyond. And as I mentioned, we put in $25 million. All you guys as investors have already invested. This is the moment to step up to the plate and really make a stand. This is that moment. And that is what I'm doing. And I would expect that our investors would do the same and join me. With that, if you want to invest, the door is open. Previously, we did not really have our existing shareholders invest in our private placement. On this one, which is at our 52-week low, the door is open. So if you want to step into that door and invest in Nextech, you could contact investor.relations@nextechar.com, or you could contact Julia at nextechar.com, or you could contact me. If you're a larger investor, I'm happy to talk to you. I just don't have the bandwidth to talk to 1,000 investors, but I am happy to talk to some of the larger ones. You could contact me at evan@nextechar.com. With that, I just want to thank everybody for being a loyal shareholder, and we're